This is one of the hardest parts of starting a business that I feel like no one is talking about. The last few days have been kind of difficult for me, and I feel like I've been kind of unproductive, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't figure out why I haven't been as productive as usual. But it just hit me. The reason I've been feeling more unproductive, or it's just been more difficult, is I just finished a big milestone in starting Half-Caff, right? We launched the website, we got pre-orders coming in, which is super exciting, and I'm pumped about it. But now I'm kind of like, what's next, right? Like I woke up today being like, okay, I just finished that big step, and I know there's 100 more tasks for me to figure out, but now I don't have one that I'm focused on. Where I feel like in a normal job, your normal day-to-day job, you either have very specific tasks, you have a job description, you have goals that the company set, you have a manager kind of guiding you. Maybe they're not telling you exactly what to do, but they're guiding you of like, oh, okay, I have this project going on, I should be working on this aspect of it, right? But when you're starting your own business, you have no one telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. So I know that there's so many things I need to do, but which one's the right one for me to do next, and how do I even go about doing it? So everything you do, you have to start from scratch and try to figure out everything you have to do, and it gets kind of overwhelming. And I just feel like no one's really talking about this. People often talk about, how hard it is to get funding for a business, or how hard it is to get some of your first customers and get that momentum going for the business. And I agree, those things are really hard, but people are talking about that, and people talk about, ways to overcome that and ways to achieve those things. But no one's really talking about how mentally exhausting and draining it is to have to figure out every single day, okay, what's the next step and what's the next best step to take? And so I've been racking my brain of how do I get over this feeling of, being overwhelmed or feeling unproductive because I don't know what to do next or what the perfect action is to take for my next step. And I think that this is a reminder just as much for myself as it is for everyone kind of out there that's starting a business or even just going through life and doesn't know what to do next. And I think just taking the next step, no matter what it is, right? Just doing something, whether or not it's the perfect thing, or even if it is kind of inefficient, just start moving and doing something. And, just starting to check things off your list will kind of get that momentum going, and you'll kind of start to find your stride again a lot faster. Secondly, I think that it's important to ask for help, find a mentor, find someone who's gone through something like this before and kind of ask them, hey, what would you do next? Or I'm really struggling here. Like, what's the next best step in your eyes? That's something I definitely need to work on. It's just kind of reaching out and asking people that have been through this before. And finally, I think it's just a good reminder that you're going to have unproductive days, right? You're going to have some days that are better than others, and that's okay. You don't need to beat yourself up over it or get down about it, because that's just life, right? And I think that if you kind of get mad at yourself over unproductive days, it's going to carry on to the next day, and you're going to be unproductive the next day. But if you're kind of like, what, that's okay, it happens, let's make tomorrow better, let's move on from it, I think you're just going to be a lot better off and just be a lot happier for it. So yeah, just something that was going through my head and just kind of wanted to chat through it with you guys. Peace.